Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Take Shape for Life Habits of Health support call. I'm Shirley Mast. I'm a certified health coach with Take Shape for Life, and it is my pleasure to host the call for you this evening. We've got a really great call ahead, and I'm so glad that you've decided to join us. Now, if this is your very first time joining the Take Shape for Life Habits of Health support call, a special welcome to you. This call is for all Take Shape for Life clients, coaches, and health professionals. So you might hear questions and comments from all of the above. And if you don't fit in one of those categories, maybe you're just interested in learning more about our program or how to create better health, you are warmly welcome to. We're so glad you're here. So you will hear content that's geared towards those that are in various stages of their health journey. Some will be in the weight loss stage of their health journey. Some will be in transition. Some will be in optimization, moving on towards a lifetime of optimal health. And as you probably know, Take Shape for Life offers excellent tools and support for weight loss. But we also have a lot to offer for anyone who is looking for better health in any area of life. So if you're in the weight loss phase, perhaps you're in our 5-in-1 structured meal plan, please be sure to follow the guidelines that have been set up for you as guided by your free health coach. Now, for those of you that are listening to the podcast or the recording later, we are so glad you've taken the time, and we invite you to join us live the next time to be part of the discussion. These Habits of Health support calls are held every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can join us for the live video conference at zoom.us/my/TSFL Habits of Health. How easy is that? Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves into the evening, into the call for this evening. I've got a special treat for you all this evening. You're going to get to hear from a couple storytellers, people that are sharing their story on their journey to optimal health. But I think we're going to have time at the end for you all to share your stories as well. Not all of you, maybe. The room's getting pretty full, but we'd love to hear from some of you. So as you're hearing these storytellers share their stories, wait for your opportunity at the end. We'll open it up for some people in the room to share their stories as well. So let's go on with no further ado and kind of get into to getting the content started for this evening. One moment here while I work on my tech issues. Okay, there we go. That'll help. Okay, so actually I'll do a little bit of self-introduction as well. When I was introduced to this program, my health was at a very desperate place. I weighed close to 400 pounds. My physician said, I think you ought to check out this program. I think it'll help you. Well, I certainly didn't expect it to work, and I don't know that he expected it to work as well as it did. But because of Take Shape for Life, I've lost 215 pounds. The thing that has been even sweeter, perhaps, than the health transformation that comes with getting a life that I didn't think is possible, is the fact that because I've learned the habits of health, I've become a student of Dr. Anderson's, our co-founder of our company and our medical director, and I've been practicing those habits of health. I've got the support of a free health coach, so I don't have to be afraid that the weight is ever coming back. And the thing that has just been so much fun for me as I pay it forward as a health coach is that I get to hear stories like this all the time. And so this evening, you guys are going to have the opportunity to hear those as well. So our very first storyteller that I want to introduce to you is Susan Boyer. I got to know Sue, a couple years ago as she was transforming her health. And I'd love to give her the time to share her story now. Go ahead, Sue.
Well, I look at that and I'm shocked. But my health journey actually started in January of 2013. I was at my heaviest weight. My husband's health was at his worst. And I was in my kitchen and I actually fell on the floor and I didn't know if I was going to be able to get up. My husband is handicapped and he managed to get himself out into the kitchen. He saw me on the floor and he said, should I call an ambulance? And I'm going like, no, I think I can get up. I got up and right there and then I made the decision I need to do something. I have to take care of my husband because I never want to put him in a nursing home or anything. So in order to take care of him, I had to take care of me. So that started my journey. That was my decision. I really did not start Take Shape for Life for quite some time later. I tried it on my own, was not very successful. And then a friend of mine, I saw all her posts on Facebook and I'm like, wow, what is she doing? Oh, I don't know. Finally, a year later, I'm like, I need to do something. This is not working. I called her and I said, whatever it is you're doing, I'm interested. Okay. Because I really didn't understand it. I did not jump in with both feet. I will be honest. I was very hesitant at first, but I wanted to get healthy. So hence I jumped on my bicycle thinking, oh, I can exercise it off, you know. So my first try, which is the first picture there, on riding the bike, I could barely do 2 miles. And so fast forward a couple years later, I got the weight off. I lost over 100 pounds. I go bike riding all the time now. I love it. I'm able to take care of my husband. His health has improved. He's lost over 60 pounds. So I'm able to help him get off some of his meds. I'm able to help myself. And I can do things that I never dreamt possible. It has just been a fantastic journey. And I just want to tell you about a little story this past weekend. I called my son and grandson and said, hey, would you like to go for a bike ride? Sure. Okay. We're going to go for a long bike ride. Okay. So we biked 22 miles and I had an absolute blast being with my son and grandson doing this. I found out the next day, my grandson tells me, Grandma, how could you ride that far? I had to take a 3-hour nap after that. And I'm like, yes. Was this journey worth it? Oh, absolutely. I love it.
Oh my gosh. I love that. Okay. And you all are thinking, wow, I got my money's worth out of this call right now with that story. You know,
I want to say I am 70 years old too. I'm not a youngster, you know.
Yeah, but on this picture, you wouldn't know it. I mean, those of you that are listening to the podcast later, you're missing the picture. I got to tell you, but on this picture, between her before picture and her after picture, she looks like a kid, you know, like healthiest grandma I know. And I love it. You know, when your grandkids can hardly keep up with you, how cool is that?
Yep.
How cool is that? I love what you said about, you know, I made a decision. You know, like you just kind of had that little moment where it's like, okay, now I got to do something about this. Made the decision. And I love too that you recognize that in order to be able to care for your husband, you had to first care for you.
Absolutely.
That becomes a huge turning point for people, I think. That's fabulous. Yeah. Sue, thank you so much for sharing your story. Yeah, you know, pictures tell 1,000 words, but I'm telling you, the color commentary you could add to that was just fantastic. Love it, love it. And, you know, if you guys are enjoying the stories, feel free to let us know in the chat box. That's kind of fun to know too. All right, well, our next storyteller, Matt and Audrey are up next. I've known Matt and Audrey for quite some time too now, and I've had a lot of fun watching their health transformation. Go for it, Matt.
All right, thanks so much, Shirley. Obviously, there's been a physical transformation, but what I wanted to talk about tonight is more of the ways getting healthy changed my life in ways that I never saw coming. If you look at the picture on the left, that guy, you know, pretty much lived the same life year after year. He was stuck, he was depressed. He lived a pretty unmotivated and unbalanced life. And when I think about how much my life has changed in the last 5 years, it just blows me away. You know, while there have been some external changes, we did lose 150 pounds together on the program, which was pretty awesome. I would say that the majority of the change that's happened for me has been on the inside, that it's been in my thinking. You know, I think Take Shape for Life and the Habits of Health has helped me work harder on changing my thinking more than anything else. You know, it really started when I started getting physically healthy. You know, as I saw progress in my weight loss, my thinking started to change from that diet mentality of I'm doing this to see a number on the scale to I get to choose to make good choices for myself so that I can live a long, healthy life, which was something that I had never experienced before. And, you know, that really meant taking a look at all areas of my life. As I started working on getting more sleep and exercise, managing my stress in a healthy way, you know, that requires a lot of mindfulness. It requires a lot of structure. And that's where my health coach really came into play and helped me put some structure in place. You know, I stopped watching TV because it was keeping me up late. I started reading books, 2 to 3 books a month. I listened to these support calls when I exercise at the gym, you know, filling the mind with healthy things. But I would say things really started to change for me when I made the decision to become a health coach. Um, you know, as we were changing, our physical change, everybody was asking us, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, you got to talk to my coach, Shirley. I referred them all to Shirley. And Shirley was like, you know, Matt, you really could coach him yourself. And I was really resistant to that. I owned my own company at the time. You know, I was successful. I was a business owner. But the price that I was paying for that in my stress, in the many long hours that I spent away from my family, was really starting to take a toll on me. Physically, I was getting really healthy. Mentally, I was kind of a wreck from all the stress of my job. And so I took a look at this health coaching thing, and I decided to start paying this forward. And fast forward, I was able to sell my company. I now am a full-time health coach. I spend my days helping other people succeed in getting healthy. And, you know, while the financial rewards are great with this, I think I love the time freedom that I've gained from this more than anything, because it's really allowed me, you know, getting physically healthy and having the time. It's allowed me to do the things with my family that I have always wanted to do. And I'm so thankful for this.
I think it has been so much fun for me to watch you guys as not only as you physically transformed, but the mental transformation too. And when you move from a job that is high stress into one that refuels you. Plus, those of you who know Matt know how incredibly dedicated he is to his beautiful wife and his two beautiful daughters. And so this gives him the flexibility to be able to have that kind of time.
Absolutely.
I thought it was interesting, you know, what you said about, you know, that you were living a really unmotivated and unbalanced life. And those who know Matt now know that he's done like a 180 on that. It's just kind of incredible on how very focused he is and how very much on purpose he is. Feels kind of good, doesn't it?
It feels amazing.
So, Audrey, do you have anything to add to this, or are you just sitting there to make Matt look good? Because you're doing a good job of that.
She always does good at that.
Yes, she does.
No, it's been an amazing journey for us. I mean, I think physically for myself, the picture that we had up is, it speaks, it's worth 1,000 words, because the ability to climb mountains, literally, and have our teenage daughters working to keep up with us, like Susan referred to her grandkids. That makes me proud. I'd always wanted to be the fit, healthy mom that led by my own health and showed my girls what it meant to be healthy and fit and know what good nutrition looked like. And I was failing really, really miserably at that. As 100 pounds, I was 100 pounds overweight. And the transformation that took place there has just been so tremendously rewarding to me, to now be really able to lead my kids and to have them look up and know that, you know, mom and dad took on a challenge, something that had controlled me for 20 years of my adult life. I took control of it, and that's something I'm tremendously proud of.
Well, it's incredibly empowering too, isn't it? It's like, okay, I've kind of beaten this thing that's always beaten me, and there's kind of this recurring theme here. I mean, Susan was talking about, you know, the impact that this has had on her grandchildren. You know, where you know, grandma's really fit and healthy, and the grandkids have to run to keep up. You know, I love what you're teaching your daughters. As you guys are getting healthy, you're modeling for your daughters better health too, and it's incredible. The ripple effect of that is pretty cool. Anything more to add on that, guys? You good?
We're just looking forward to a lifetime of health.
And we're still working on it, you know, always working.
Now, Matt, would you like to, I'm kind of catching you off guard here, but would you like to introduce our next storyteller?
I would love to. Our next storyteller is a friend that I met on Facebook, and she saw Audrey's story. She really connected with Audrey's story, and she reached out, and it inspired her to start her own health journey. And I'm happy to introduce Carrie Meehan.
Go for it, Carrie.
Thank you, Shirley and Matt. Thank you so much for asking me to share my journey tonight. Hello, my name is Carrie Meehan, and just a little bit about myself. I'm an Army veteran, a wife, mom, working woman, volunteer, and entrepreneur. To say my life is busy is an understatement. And a couple months ago, I was at my heaviest weight, and I was diagnosed type 2 diabetic. So I knew I needed to do something about my health. I knew what to do, but I didn't know how to apply it. And I was just feeling so sluggish and bloated and unhappy with where my health was. So I happened to stumble across Audrey and Matt's testimony about, you know, where their health was and where it came to be today. And it really struck a chord with me. And so I reached out and had a conversation with Matt, and, you know, that began a wonderful relationship. And he asked me some tough questions and inspired me that I could do it with just a little bit of accountability and his belief in me. I said to him that I'd be willing to try just one more time, even though I had little faith in myself that I could do it. He guided me through every step of eating healthier, making good choices that aligned with my goals, and tackling the hurdles that came my way, and also incorporating activity into my schedule. I've gained so much confidence in myself. I feel refreshed, mentally alert, focused, and just vibrant. I now know that with consistency and determination, a wonderful supportive community, that I can reach my end goal. And I've already lost 33 pounds, as you can see in the picture on the screen. So I'm just, you know, really excited here for my future and to be healthy and active again.
That is so cool. And Carrie has seen such fantastic results. You know, her results aren't typical. I can't promise you that you're going to lose weight as fast as Carrie did, but I'm telling you, it's pretty fantastic, isn't it? And I suspect, Carrie, that when you started this, you had no idea that you were going to, you said something about feeling refreshed and mentally alert and vibrant. Didn't realize that was going to come with a package, did you?
Nope, that was an added bonus.
Yeah, it's been so much fun watching Carrie's journey, because every time she hits a new milestone or some new landmark, she's putting it out on Facebook and letting people hear her enthusiasm. And I love that. She's paying it forward now as a health coach.
Yes.
And I love the way you're sharing with people the success that you're seeing, because there are so many people who are eager for this. And the fact that you're willing to share that with people and be transparent about your health journey means you get to help a lot of people.
Yeah, you know, honestly, when I started, I swore I was just going to keep it to myself, because I wasn't going to share, you know, another failure with anyone. But when I started succeeding, I was like, I can't contain it. I have to share.
Exactly. That's how I came to coaching too. It's like, well, I mean, why would I not tell people this, right? Yeah.
Right.
And thank you so much, for being willing to come on a national call and share it with a lot more people. I appreciate that, Carrie. Hey, we've got one more story coming up, and then we're going to open it up to the people in the room. So if you guys would like to share your stories, you can start thinking if you'd like to do that. We'd love to hear from you. So our last the last scheduled storyteller, not the last one for this call, because we hope to hear from a lot of you, is Victoria Smith. And it's been just my pleasure to get to walk with her as she's gotten healthier. Victoria, I won't steal your thunder. Go ahead and take it away. Well, the picture just about steals your thunder, doesn't it?
Really sad. No, really happy, really glad, really glad. Okay, so actually my story started not a couple of years ago. It started, a couple of years ago when I was 16.
Okay, wait a minute, Vicki. For those of us that are on the podcast, they're going to think you're probably just 23.
I'm a grandma with 17 grandchildren, not quite as old as Susan, but I'm getting there. Okay. Sorry. So when I was 16, my father actually said to me that he'd take me more places if I just lose weight. And when I look at pictures of myself when I was 16, I was not obese. I wasn't even fat. But my sister, who's just a year older than I, was skinny. So basically that comment, although I don't blame him for what I've put in my mouth over the years, but basically that comment, that defining negative moment, set me up for a lifetime battle so far, up till last year, with food, and a really bad relationship with food. I've done 34 diets over my life. I've lost a lot of weight, but I've gained hundreds back. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, I had GERD, I've had 2 back surgeries, I've had a hip replacement, I have another one that's coming up because of arthritis. So the overweight was taking its toll on my body. So last spring, 2015, I decided that I was going to stop the yo-yo dieting and I was just going to stay obese for the rest of my life. And then a friend shared with me about Take Shape for Life. And I decided, okay, I'm going to try one more time. And with just a little itty bitty bit of hope, I decided I'm going to try one more time. That was 96 pounds ago. I'm not done with my journey, but, and I knew after I got started, it's kind of like Carrie said, you know, you start losing the weight and you want to share with people. I knew I could do it. What I didn't know was that I was going to get healthy in the process. That has been amazing for me at 65 years old. My physician has decided to go on plan as he's watched me get healthy. That's kind of cool. But for me, my relationship with food has changed since I've been on Take Shape for Life. I no longer go to bed thinking about what I'm going to eat. I no longer go to bed thinking about what I did eat, feeling guilty for what I ate. I no longer go to bed with an upset stomach because what we are eating is good and it's bringing optimal health on my way to optimal health. I not only feel good physically, I feel good mentally. Matt mentioned that. There's been a change, a shift in my mind. That to me has also been amazing. So I have lost more than weight. I've lost fear. I have gained, not weight this time, but I've gained hope. And for me at 65, being able to build a lucrative business as a health coach has been phenomenal. I never worked outside the home. I was a stay-at-home mom, 4 daughters, 17 grandkids, loved what I did. But now that we're looking at retirement, it's like, oh, wow. I never even dreamed it was possible to create a life like we are now. And I'm delighted with Take Shape for Life on many levels.
Well, I love what you talked about, Vicki, about, you know, the things that you've lost, but also what you've gained. Most people, when they think about getting healthy, don't think they want to gain anything. Thank you very much. If they want to try to lose weight, you know, but, you know, when you talked about how you used to go to bed at night, you know, with the guilt of what you ate or the discomfort of not feeling good or whatever, you know, and when you can go to bed knowing that you're taking good care of yourself, you're creating the best health you can for yourself, it's kind of a good way to end the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, let's open it up to the rest of you all. Oh my goodness, the room really got full. That's fantastic. I love it. And actually, one other thing I'm going to toss out here for you, because another really great place to hear more stories like this is anytime you get a bunch of us together. And we have a really cool event coming up just within 2 weeks' time. Take Shape for Life has their national convention coming up in Austin, Texas. It is on July 21 to 24, so it's Thursday through Sunday. And if you're on this call, you're invited. So you don't have to be a health coach to come. You don't have to be a client to come. The reason you'd want to come is because you want to hang out with a bunch of healthy people and learn more about creating better health. So if you would like to know more about that, talk with the person who invited you to this call. Or you can go to tsflnationalconvention.com. Tickets are just about sold out. So if you think that you would like to go, please don't wait till this weekend to register. Please go register tonight so that you're sure to get the tickets. But all of the people that you heard share their stories this evening, they're going to be at National Convention. So when you see them there, you know, go give them a hug, do a selfie with them and say, hey, heard your story. It'd be a great time for you to get to know more about what we're about and to meet more like-minded people like this. So we hope you'll come join us. Again, go check out tsflnationalconvention.com. Everything that you need to know for the event is there, and we would love to have you with us. Now, I'll tell you, this next slide is one that I completely stole from Matt Hartsock. He had posted this today as he was sharing his story or talking about the call tonight on Facebook. And on the slide it says, your story can be the keys to unlock somebody else's prison. I suspect some of you may have had that experience this evening as you heard some of these stories and it kind of resonated with you. But a lot of you have really great stories too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off screen share. Would love to hear from you guys. Go ahead. Let's see. Ooh, there's 100 people in the room. Can we do this without it being pandemonium? Just go ahead and unmute yourself and go ahead and share your story. And if 14 people talk at one time, we'll figure it out. Okay, don't make me call on you, because I will.
Shirley, can you hear me?
I can, Kim. Go ahead.
All right, so Vicki just said, and I quote, and then a friend shared with me. Vicki is my mother, and I actually had to pull myself away from the screen because I just started crying as she began to speak. She shared TSFL with me as my mom, and she has changed our entire family. Not just children, but grandchildren. The effects of her saying yes to health, her saying yes to TSFL has had amazing effects on our entire family. Just this evening, my husband and I got back from almost an 8-mile bike ride with 3 of our children, our youngest being 7 years old. And a year ago, I started on TSFL and lost close to 50 pounds. My life has not been the same because of both my mom and my dad leading in their health, and I am forever, ever grateful for their persistence in really just encouraging me with TSFL. I'm very, very thankful. I just needed to share that.
Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you. Who else? We've got just a few minutes left. I don't have a lot of time, and I'm really determined to get done on time tonight. As a lot of you know, I'm pretty bad at that, but we're going to try to see if we can do that. Jasmine, I see you're unmuted. Would you be willing to share your story with us?
Yes, I'll share a little bit. I still feel very new at this, so sorry if I'm awkward.
You're great.
Tiny bit of background. Well, first of all, I've always been extremely unhealthy. When my husband and I first met, he used to make fun of me because my 3 food groups were chicken nuggets, french fries, and pizza.
Oh, no.
I was in that lucky category, though, that I stayed skinny until I had Irish twins. My first was born December 29th, 2014, and then I had my second December 31st of 2015. So, 45 pounds later, I was like, ew. So, my friend Tanya talked to me a little bit about, she had been bugging me to be a coach for a while, and I was like, I don't know. But she bugged me about doing play and everything. I talked to her about it, and my husband and I decided that it would be good because I've been trying to get all of my weight off, and it just wasn't working. So, yeah, it was really exciting. I started in end of March, and I'm on the Nursing Mothers program, so unfortunately not quite as fast as 5 and 1, but I have managed to lose 28 pounds so far, and it's really exciting for me. And I think one of the coolest things we were just talking about last night is that I actually surprisingly really like eating healthy, and I feel so much better. And I had a relapse where we had a busy night, and I was just like, I'm just gonna eat pizza, and I felt horrible. Literally have not craved a slice of pizza since. I was just like, this is disgusting. And so, yeah, all around I've gained a lot of confidence, and I actually literally will salivate as I'm preparing broccoli for dinner. I'm just like, I can't wait to eat this. And it's just so weird to me, but it's really exciting. So
It's so cool. Well, and again, Jasmine, for you, kind of like I said to Matt and Audrey, Matt and Audrey are influencing their teenage daughters in a really great, healthy way. You're influencing your babies. Your babies are going to learn to eat healthy from tiny up. And I love that. I love that. Hey, this could be kind of fun at the end of this call, because there's a lot of people in this call. I'd love to hear one more story, though, if we've got time. But if you want, go put into the chat box what you've lost, whether it's in pounds or whether you've lost fear of a shortened life, or I don't know, whatever. Share one thing you've lost and one thing you've gained in the chat box, if you'd like. I'd love to hear one more story, though. I think we've got enough time to be able to do that. Oh, I love that chat box. Lost 55 pounds, gained confidence. That's cool. Anybody else want to share a story before we wind this party down? Oh my goodness, we've got a lot of people here to look through. This is a big room. Wow. I'm so glad you guys all came tonight. This is a fun party, isn't it? I'm so glad you're here. Do we have another storyteller yet, or shall I wind it down for tonight? Y'all are reading the chat box, aren't you? I knew it. Yeah. Yeah, somebody's lost 105 pounds. Somebody else lost 20 pounds and gained health, gained a new outlook on life, yeah, I love that. And you know what? Some of you are brand new to our program. You might have gotten on the call simply because one of your friends said, hey, you should get on. They're going to be telling stories. You might not know much at all about what we do, but whoever suggested this call to you, they can help you with that information. So get back in touch with them. Let them know, hey, I was on that call with Shirley and they were sharing stories and I heard whatever it was that was really encouraging to you. Could you tell me more about this program? They would be happy to help you with that and to figure out how they can help you accomplish the goals that matter to you. You might be listening to this call and you don't have any weight to lose. You just want to eat healthier, or maybe you want to incorporate more healthy activity, or you want to cut down your stress level. Maybe you're in a high stress job. We can help you with those things. So get back in touch with the person who invited you to the call. And I'm going to leave this room open for just a little bit because I think some of you are really having fun reading through the chat window. But let me just share with you how you can get on to our next support call. We do have a doctor support call that immediately follows this one. And it's actually probably been underway for about 2 minutes now. So this doctor's call is hosted by a physician, one of the physicians who is also a health coach in our program. We've got a lot of physicians really, really like recommending our program. So you can access that doctor's call by calling 712-832-8330, and then you'll have to enter a PIN number. The PIN number is 4366777. Now, that's the same number that you can use to access the nurse's call that's hosted by a registered nurse. That's held on Monday evenings at 8:30. Be sure to come back here next Wednesday night. There'll be a different host, different topic. You'll definitely want to be here. The same link or phone number that you use to access the call this time is the same thing that you'll use to access the next one. So it's at zoom.us/my/TSFL Habits of Health. So we'd love to see you back again. Again, thank you so much for joining the call. It was great to have you here. Thanks to all of you that shared stories. Y'all go out and create a really healthy week. And we hope to see you at National Convention. See you guys.